Sebastian for the Metal Gods Meltdown, and today I am joined by.
Andreas from Hardraw.
It's great to be chatting to you this evening. First up, can you give us a little bit of insight into your band and who are your main influences?
Thank you for inviting me. First of all, great to be here at the Metal Gods Meltdown. We started back in 2007. Initially we were a cover band. The music we initially started playing. It was the main basis of writing our own music. I would say it was the style of Iron Maiden, the style of Judas Priest, the new wave of British heavy metal, and the 80s heavy metal genre. Uh, and um, and and from that, and from looking into music and from researching the various genres that have been the basis of 80s metal, we also grew into other styles. So we have US power metal styles. But the basis of the music of hardcore, it's 80s metal, in the vein of the bands I mentioned, like Iron Maiden, Priest, and all that. But we go into different styles, and we also later on we got into a more progressive style. We have some progressive elements in it as well.
Excellent. I love your album as well. That's what sort of got my attention. I don't know what it was on YouTube. That's how I spotted your album. You know, when you just browse and stuff, and it
Mhm.
came up. And I know like Cyprus seems to have quite a good metal scene anyway. Because I've interviewed quite a few bands from Greece and they're always saying it's a good scene over in Cyprus. Um,
Great.
Abyss of Mankind has been out a little while though. So what's the feedback been like from media and your fans so far?
It has been good. It has been really good. We have received some great feedback on it. I I haven't, it's still been less than a month that it's out, so I expect more to come. So it is still in the initial stages of receiving, but up to now, we had quite positive comments. It has been an album that it has been anticipated for some years, so there is some enthusiasm that we feel coming with it, and we are happy about it. And we are still waiting for some more to get some more feedback on it.
So what would you say is your favorite track on the album today and why? I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's the question everyone tends to ask us, and yeah, I need to say that it is really difficult because it is an album that we have been writing for quite some time, and some of the songs, we really love them. But if I had to pick one, so if you make me to pick one, I would pick the first track, "The Cry of Persona." Um, because I feel that the creation of this track within the band was a unique. The creating process was a unique, and I think that was the track that we composed. That when we finally finished that, I felt like, okay, this is a turning point for the band. Now we're moving forward. So everybody pitched their own ideas on it, and I really like the result. Although it is hard for me to pick one, if I had to, I would pick that one.
Of course, they'll all be your babies, won't they? I mean, even
Yeah,
down
yeah.
to the artwork, that's pretty amazing. Do you plan to have that framed at home, like a big poster?
It would be a really nice to have it as a big poster. The frame. The artwork was done by the Greek artist. I don't know if you know him, Kostas Tsiagos. He's
Hmm.
a really he's a really talented. He creates also album covers for other bands.
Right.
And we pitched our ideas on how we would like it to look, and it's actually, the result was really really amazing.
Coming from Cyprus, I guess like the nearest place to go is Greece for tours. Is that something you plan to be doing? Because Greece has got a fantastic metal scene as well.
Yes, of course. And we've already been to Greece, actually. We've been, as a band, we've been like, I think it's 4 times we've been there. So we've played in 3 festivals and one gig during these years. Of course, yeah, of course, it's a place we'd love to go. We have a lot of feedback coming from Greek because they already know us from our previous album and our shows that we did there. Yes, of course, that would be uh, a more certain step, but of course, we are looking outside of that as well. It is not something that we are only looking at Greece, but of course, yes, that is something we are should be in the plans of doing.
Brilliant. So have you got any festivals or anything lined up for this summer?
For this summer, no. We are planning on a gig in Cyprus for summer festivals. I think because the album came in April, and most festivals, book pre-book from the previous years their bands. It has not been possible, but we have already started getting in touch for after the summer to get into to some gigs. I don't know if it will be festivals or not, but you know.
Brilliant. So do you guys plan to release any more like videos from the album?
Oh, that's a good question, actually. We have been discussing about it, not in the sense of live videos, maybe something like uh, video clip or something like that. We have been discussing about it. So, in the upcoming live shows, though, it will be a good chance to have any of the songs, performed live and sharing it with the fans to also have a vibe of what is going on in the live version of it. But yeah, we are open for it, but we haven't. It's not something that I can tell right now that we have it planned and we'll do it. But it is something we have been discussing, and I'm pretty sure it will come at some point. Even a live song or maybe a video for one of our songs.
So is there a song written by another band you guys wish you had written?
Oh, a lot of songs. But let me take it into the perspective of Hardraw, because if I speak for myself, are you talking about bands that came out from the 80s till date, or are you talking about more recent bands that,
Yeah,
you
let's go new wave of British heavy metal songs. Yeah, let's go back there.
new wave of British heavy metal songs? Oh my. Bah. Okay, my favorite, one of my favorite bands, if not my favorite, is Iron Maiden, as I told you earlier on. One of my favorite tracks of that band, I would say, is Deja Vu.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe, and it is a track I've played live as well, uh, which I really adore. Maybe Aces High, which is a more well-known song.
Yeah.
One of those songs I'm really envious about, and
Sorry.
and many others. Oh, we have a cut.
Again, yeah. She did this last time. She likes to make an appearance. That's why I was just putting her up
Yeah.
there, get out of the way. Um, that's cool. So what would you say is your favorite Iron Maiden album then?
I would say it's okay. Again, a difficult decision. I would say it's Somewhere in Time.
Yeah, mine's Power Slave. I was quite taken with their last album actually. I thought that was quite good. Quite progressive.
Yeah,
But
yeah. And they also did a tour now with playing both albums.
mm,
The latest album and the Sejutsu album with the Somewhere in Time. So I've been to the show. So
cool.
it was great for me because it was one of my favorite albums. But yeah, the my favorite songs of the album were not played live. So Deja Vu and Loneliness of the Long Distance Runner are some of my all-time favorites. But I understand that they must be difficult for them to get that that style again at a live gig. I think they never played the Deja Vu for sure. They never played it live. Maybe Loneliness, they played it once and then dropped it off.
So then going back, what was the first album you ever owned? Do you remember?
Oh, of course, of course. Ever owned or in the
First, when
spectrum of heavy metal?
yeah, well, be honest. I mean, if it was Madonna, it was Madonna.
It was not Madonna. It was actually the first album I ever owned. Because if it's in the vein of heavy metal, it's Maiden. But generally, I would say it's from it might have been Greek music.
Right.
Uh, um, may have been Greek pop music, but uh, I'm not quite sure of that. It might have been Greek pop music. I'm not quite sure. I'm sure about my first metal album, which was Iron Maiden, Brave New World.
Brilliant.
Um, yeah, but for the other, it must have been Greek pop. I'm not sure of the singer. I must have been a small child, and my parents brought me something. It was the first CD I had. I think yeah.
Okay. If there was a heavy metal song about yourself, what would it be called? Like a made up song?
Like a title of what would it
Yeah.
be?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Um, okay. I have the shirt Keep It True. I will say Keep It Real.
Okay. That's cool. Cool.
Yeah.
So then, can you give us 4 words then to describe the new album?
Oh, um, I would say, hmm, I would say epic. Epic is one word I would put there. Uh, Triumphant. It's another word. Um, Galloping because it has that galloping sense.
Yeah.
Uh, Atmospheric. It has some dark atmospheric sense to it at some point. So I would put atmospheric as well.
Real. Um, okay, so now it's like a quick fire round. So it's 5 questions. So the first one is festival or small intimate gig.
Festival.
I was going to say Masaka, but you're not Greek, are you? Next one. Shit. What's your Greek food? I mean, Cypriot food. I can't think. Okay, right. Olives or beer?
Olives or beer? Beer.
Okay. Festival or small intimate gig?
Festival.
Are you guys saints or sinners?
Oh, sinners.
Okay. And the final one is power metal or thrash metal.
Power.
Let's check. Thank you so much for your time. Do you have any final words for your fans, our viewers, and listeners?
Thank you very much for inviting me, first of all. I would say um, for them to, if they didn't get their hands on the album, or if they didn't listen to it, to have a listen. We are really grateful for all their comments we have been receiving now, and we are happy to have this out. Um, uh, and to keep an eye on any developments that we have on live shows, etc., and hope to see them in a live gig or anywhere else to to metal on.